From the MRU radio booth, CMRU.ca brings you coast to coast. Here with all your hockey news, here is Landon Brown, Alex Burko, Casey Freeman, Marek Robinson, and Phil Tremblay.
I promise I will get that new intro loaded up so that we can hear Braden Redshaw's name in the intro. But until then, I'm your host Alex Burko, as always, for this morning with Casey Freeman.
Good morning.
Marek Robinson.
Hello.
Phil Tremblay.
Yes, sir.
And I said it before, Braden Redshaw.
Hi, Alex.
There we go. All right. So, on the show today, we have a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah,
it feels like it's been forever since we had our last show.
Feels like hockey hasn't been around for that long anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, obviously, aside from the Flames and Hitmen, the stuff they always seem to get to. Some Hockey Canada stuff. All-Star recap. Jesse Purriarvi and the Penguins. The Bettman presser from the All-Star Conference as well. And if I keep reading all my notes here, the Monahan trade. Also, the news that the NHL is going back to the Olympics, as well as the Evgeny Kuznetsov news. But first, let's just jump right in. We're not going to talk about this for too long. Just news that all 5 players noted in the Hockey Canada kind of investigation have been charged. Dubé, Calfoot, Carter Hart, and Foreman are all looking at 1 charge, and Michael McLeod looking at 2. We are looking at, we're kind of talking amongst ourselves and trying to set up a time where we can kind of do a show specifically on that, because that's as stated last week, it's not really radio appropriate to kind of mention live on air here. So as soon as we get a time set up, we will set up a show, we'll record it, and we'll put it on YouTube channel whenever that does come out. Nothing else really to kind of comment on. Yeah.
I think you did pretty good there.
Yeah.
That's like,
I mean, nothing else to really kind of mention. It seems pretty straightforward. Just kind of waiting to see if we can set up a time where we can talk about it outside of a radio booth. Moving ahead, let's jump straight in, as we typically do, with the Calgary Flames, who are in action tonight against the Bruins in Boston, I believe. Puck drops at 5.
Yes. It's back.
You see Andrei Kuzmenko in a new uniform, which brings us to the kind of biggest news out of Flames camp, which is the trade.
Yeah, I would say that's the biggest one. Definitely Lindholm going to Vancouver.
I have Lindholm on 2 of my fantasy teams.
Yeah.
And it was kind of sad because now there's a van next to his name as opposed to a CGY. I was like, oh yeah, that's the thing that happened.
Yes, it is a thing that happened.
I didn't know that he was representing Calgary at the All-Star game.
Yeah, he was.
Until I was like, oh, Lindy's there?
Yeah.
But then he wasn't representing.
Yeah. And the Canucks did that last year with the All-Star game too.
Bo Horvat.
Yeah,
Oh,
with
really?
Bo Horvat getting
It
traded.
was so funny because Bo Horvat last season was wearing a Western Conference jersey with an Islanders patch on the shoulder.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
As a jersey collector, that's kind of the holy grail for me.
Yeah.
Because that All-Star jersey was mint.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a good
Those
All-Star
ones
jersey last year.
were so nice. The Miami Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kuzmenko's got 8 goals and 13 assists in 43 games played.
So I'm not well versed on all of the Vancouver Canucks prospects. So I was originally got this trade and I thought, yeah, okay. You get Kuzmenko, pretty young forward. But then I see all of Flames Reddit, Flames Instagram comments are all big Conroy dub, and I thought, okay,
Yes.
I'm missing
Absolutely.
something.
This kid that's in the, I think he's in the OHL, that we got in this trade is insane.
Yeah.
He is 3rd in the league in scoring, and he is a defenseman. So,
Wow.
This kid is good. I
Dang.
don't remember what his name is.
I am trying to find it.
But I remember talking about this with someone.
Vucevic?
Maybe. Bustovich?
Brucevic.
Brucevic.
69 points, 8 goals, 61 assists in 47 games for Kitchener. Holy.
Yeah, that's for a defenseman, that's insane.
Yeah.
Is he big? Well,
Great
I don't know.
question.
He's also still a child.
69 points in 49 games.
But,
Whoa.
like,
Oh, sorry, he leads in assists, not goals.
Yeah.
That's still
but that's
something.
crazy.
According to Hockey DB, Hunter Brucevic, born in 2004, it is 6 feet tall and 188. So he is not big.
No, he's
No.
not. He's
Put
my
this kid
age.
on a line with Yakimchuk next year. Ho, we'll be flying.
You're really confident that Calgary's going to end up with Yakimchuk, aren't you?
Yeah,
It just works so well.
it just works so well. Yakimchuk and Iginla.
How heartbroken are you going to be when they don't end up with a Ginla or Yakimchuk?
I'm gonna.
I might cry.
If they
I
don't
might cry in a
draft
superstore.
Iginla, if the Flame, like I said last year, if they don't, or last week, if they don't draft Iginla, what are they doing? It's so silly to not draft Iginla.
Trading up for Celebrini.
Shut up.
But
You don't want him?
like literally all the jerseys that you're gonna sell is
I
gonna
would-
pay his contract.
I would
Like,
rather, I'd rather take Yakimchuk and Iginla over one Celebrini.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I'm
it's
more of a
true.
quantity over quality person.
Yeah.
I'd rather take 2 B pluses over an A and an F.
That's fair. Averages out to be better.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, tonight we play the Boston Bruins, who are the second best team in the league. I think we might get spanked.
There's a good possibility.
There's a
Yeah.
good chance we
There's a
get
good
spanked.
chance. But we were talking about before how when they had to go 3-0, they went 1-2. This might be the reverse of where we think that they're going to lose, and the Flames pull something out of the hat.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't sound very confident over there, Alex.
That was a good sound. I like that.
Have you guys looking at the schedule?
Yeah, I had that pulled up. And,
Devils,
Islanders.
Rangers.
Rangers is
if-
next week, though, technically.
I mean, we've been doing this all season. How have the Flames performed in games where they should win?
Poorly.
Not great.
Exactly. So Boston is one where they shouldn't win. New Jersey is one where they should.
Because their Devils are plagued with injuries.
The Islanders are one where they should. They won't, but they should. And then they're in New York for a game against the Rangers on Monday.
So, 3 games this week,
4.
I guess. Yeah.
4 before.
Four
our next
before
show.
our next show.
Yeah, I guess.
Sorry.
Following that kind of criteria.
I'm gonna say 2 and 2.
You're gonna say 2 and 2.
Oof. I'm saying 1 and 3.
I agree with Phil. 2 and 2.
I'm going to side with Marek here, 1-3.
Yeah.
I don't want us to go 2 and 2 anymore, though. I want us to go 0 and 4.
0 and 4. 4-0.
I want us to go 0 and 4.
At this point, you either have to
We're
go
done.
undefeated or
Yeah.
just not win.
We're
Pretty
done.
much.
We're not going to the playoffs. We need to tank. Get Wolf some minutes. Get the young guys some minutes.
Merrick was saying
Bring up this
that
OHL kid.
there was a comment on one of our TikToks saying that one guy said that he would rather Wolf play in the A than run 3 goalies.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if I've ever been kind of what's what I'm looking for. If I've ever been misunderstood here, I'm not saying run 3 goalies for the Flames. I'm saying get one out
Yeah.
ASAP so you can bring up Wolf.
Yeah, no, I think the guy's comment, I can't remember the guy's name on top of my head, but I think that's what he was kind of hinting at, was you need one gone, and you need Wolf to be up there 24, pretty much all day, every day, regardless if he's starting or backing up Markstrom or Vladar, right? You just need him to be up there, not in the AHL.
Yeah.
And there's been a couple call-ups, no?
Yeah, a few.
In the
but
past week, I think.
I don't know if he's
From the Wranglers?
Yeah.
Kevin Rooney was just called up, I saw.
Rooney was called
And
up.
2 others, I feel, but I couldn't
Pelche and Schwint.
tell you.
Schwint.
Pelche's up, which is good. I thought he was done for the season with the shoulder thing, but I guess he's back.
I think the more that we do that this season, the better. Like, get these guys time on NHL ice, because they got it. You
That's
got
what-
it. You just got it.
I think, like, I look at a team like San Jose, and I'm like, literally just flip it. Bring everybody down to the A and bring the A up to the NHL, or just like switch it. I don't know why they don't switch it up more often when they're so like struggling so badly. But
the
like
Sharks?
probably for contracts and everything that
Or
I don't know
specific.
anything about. But I'm like, I don't know, just literally flip it. bring up the AHL to the NHL. But
The Sharks, just a rotating door of the Barracuda and the Sharks.
yeah,
That's what we should like.
Yeah,
That's,
I
that's
think
definitely what
when-
they should be doing.
when teams are not doing well, especially like into this area of the season, I feel like they should do that. But
yeah, exactly.
Alex,
And
what are
then they
your
get more time?
What are your predictions for? Because we have Braden and I
Ooh,
are
right, I
1 and
didn't
3.
say.
Casey and Phil are 2 and 2.
Let's see. I'm gonna say it is a loss against Boston.
Yeah. An
It-
absolute spanking. It's
Hey,
gonna
you'd be surprised. Sometimes
it
games.
depends. I wonder who's starting in
Leave
net
in
because
TV.
I
You know
look
what?
at Jeremy Swayman, who was at All Star Weekend all weekend. Like
Yeah.
Calgary
like-
had nobody there,
I'm
right?
That's true.
I'm gonna go completely off the board. I'm gonna go 3-1.
Oh,
Whoa.
Whoa.
You're
Boston,
crazy.
Boston can be weird though with goalies. I remember.
Oh no,
when-
it's gonna be a scheduled loss against Boston, but they're gonna win out.
True, but you never know. Like I remember my buddy's a big Boston fan, and then when they were in town playing Pittsburgh, we were like, it's gonna be a close game, 2-1. Like Jeremy Swayman and I think it was Nedeljkovic, and they're gonna have a really good goaltending duel. 10 minutes in, there's 6 goals. It's like,
I love that.
that's been a great goaltender duel.
I think if there's any maybe hope against Boston, I think we talked about this. I can't remember if it was last week or the week before. It's not on a matinee. It's a 5 p.m. for us, and that means it's an 8 p.m. or
Yeah,
it's
Flames
a
have
7 p.m. for that.
Flames have a matinee on the Saturday though.
Yeah,
that one's gonna
yeah,
be
we
that
do.
one's
The
gonna be
Islanders.
rough.
Yeah. Allmark is starting today.
Confirmed or probable?
Whatever the P in fantasy means.
Probable.
Oh.
Whatever the.
Well, they both playing and probable start with the same letter. If it's probable, it shouldn't. If it's
Probable starts with the same
No.
letter. What does that mean?
No,
As
no.
playing.
Playing. It'd be
No.
starting.
Yeah, S
For S.
would be confirmed
Oh.
because they're starting.
Don't worry, guys. It's only.
Well,
8.
why is it bright green then? Anyway.
I think it looks good. Yeah.
Ignore Phil for the morning. He's a little tired.
Yeah.
Long night.
Phil goes
No.
by colors.
I went to bed pretty early last night.
Phil goes by colors.
Yeah.
If it's not green, he's not playing.
I'm just trying to pull up the Calgary Flames line combinations. And I saw that Kuznetsov is going to be on the first line right wing with Huberdeau and Sharangovich.
I think that's good.
He played first line in Vancouver.
I mean, it's crazy that Huberdeau's still on the first line, but
I think Kuzi is like a very firecracker type of guy. Like when he wouldn't play, you just like would be like, oh, we're sitting Kuzi, and then like he plays and he like gets a goal and assist. I don't know, and he's
Yeah.
also just always happy. Maybe Flames need that energy.
Yeah,
you know?
his interviews. You're like, oh, how'd you celebrate your birthday? And it was like, met the team, new team.
It looks like Husker really got the blender out
Oh,
according
yeah?
to Daily Faceoff here. So it's Huberdeau, Sharangovich, Kuznetsov's top line.
yeah,
The second line is Zari, Kadri, Pospisil.
that's the same line.
Third line is Mangiapane, Backlund, Coleman.
Is that not also the same line?
I thought Pospisil and Coleman switched.
No, I think Pospisil's always been on the line with Zary.
I also think Kuzmenko and what was the left wing on the top line?
Huberdeau,
Who's the center then?
Sharangovich.
Yeah, I think Sharangovich
Sharangovich.
Sharangovich and Kuzmenko are the same. Like, they speak the same language because
They're both Russian.
yeah, I think Kuzmenko is very broke. I don't know where they're from. I don't remember.
Actually, Sharangovich is Belarusian, so
But I think because
That's
Kuzmenko is very
basically
broken
Russia
English.
at this point.
So I think they're putting them together for like.
So
like
they can communicate in like different languages.
Then
and just-
Huberdeau's is gonna be like
Just completely subvert Huberdeau. Huberdeau's going to tell them to
Pretty
do
much.
something, and they're going to talk to you and be like, no, I'm not going to do that.
I mean, like, I think Huberdeau just knows he's not good anymore. At least I would hope so.
And I'm kind of curious.
Like-
So they have Daily Faceoff has Schwint in the lineup over Pelletier, but if I remember correctly, I remember seeing a tweet. I forget from who. The fourth line of Daily Faceoff is Kevin Rooney, Cole Schwint, and Walker Dewar. But I believe the Rooney spot on the fourth line left wing is where Pelletier would come in.
So it'd be like up for grabs essentially.
Yeah.
Cole Schwint from Kitchener, Ontario.
I like that last name, Schwint. Schwint.
And then deep pairings are Hannafin, Tanev, Shillington, Uyghur, Gilbert,
That's
and
good.
Anderson, which I find odd.
Throw a baseball. Schwint.
I full on after the Elias trade. I texted my friend who's like a Canucks fan. I was like, "Oh, Noah's like cute," and he's like, "Who?" And I'm like, "No, I knew it was Elias. To me, Noah Hannafin and Elias Lindholm are just the same person because they're both like very cute and just like blonde. I feel." And then I was just like, "No, I meant Elias." Like definitely. He's like, "Who are you talking about?" I'm
When
like,
I was
"Not Noah."
when the trade was like a few minutes, like half hour away, and like Instagram was just going like off different like speculations. Like I remember I read one. It was like Chris Tanev could be involved. And I was like, whoa. And it was just like Chris Tanev could be involved. Like Kuzmenko's definitely going to be involved.
Chris Tanev's never not involved.
That is true.
Yeah, bring
I also
Chris
That's
found
how
it,
he plays hockey.
I also found it interesting that Kuzmenko waived his no move clause to come to Calgary because Calgary was one on his no move clause. I learned that today.
This is why I love Instagram managers, because they will make any trade happen and they will argue it until like
Dude,
the real one
I
comes
literally
out.
saw a trade that said Crosby for Tavares right now. And I was like,
Okay, so I'm gonna fix something that I mentioned.
oh, it was a bit of a weird one. I was like,
I'm gonna fix something that I mentioned about 20 seconds ago.
Uh-oh.
So
Schwit.
the lines I said from Daily Faceoff are not the ones that were ran in practice yesterday.
Okay.
In
It's also really early in the
We're
morning.
talking about practice.
practice, not about the
Not-
game.
Not like the
Right.
game.
So fourth line in practice was Pelche, and then Rooney and Schwint were kind of sharing the center spot there, and then Walker Dewar was on the right. So where I said it was Pelche and Rooney, kind of, and that rotating door of left wing, it's actually Rooney and Schwint.
I really hope he scores now.
And the rotating door at center, and then it's Uyghur, Anderson, Tanev, Hanifin, Shillington, and I forget me if I'm saying this right. Forget me if everything is wrong. Braden Pachal,
Braden, you've been called up?
the pickup from the Golden Knights.
Oh yeah, the waiver claim.
Yeah,
I'm putting it now. If Schwint scores, I'm gonna be very excited.
He
next round.
Schwintz, he scores. Connor Zary plays in his
What a Schwint.
40th career game tonight. That's a cool little milestone. Jonathan Huberdeau is 2 games away from 800 games played. He is also 6 points away from 700 career points.
I feel like you should have got that a long time ago.
Mangiapane is 2 assists away from 100 career assists. Oliver Shillington is 3 points away from 50 points on the career. And that's what I was kind of digging for in the past 5 minutes. There's a couple little milestones.
Good
I
job.
feel like there's a few milestones in the NHL. Like there's a lot more this year than there were.
Did Zari make his debut this year?
Yes.
This season?
yes.
Against Dallas there? Do you guys remember? I think I was there for that
I
game.
don't remember the
who
game.
it was. But he scored in it.
Yeah, I think I
Which
think
was
I was
sick.
there.
Oh yeah, that was the home game against Dallas where it hit off his chest, and he was for some reason behind. I want to say Otter.
Yeah.
He was like standing in the crease. Oh, that was a funny goal. I remember that.
That was
just
a funny goal.
off a
I
little-
like Zary. I think Zary's gonna.
Off a
Zary's
little
good for
tangent
this
off
team.
the
Yeah.
first goal, the Islanders player, can't remember his name. He scored his first goal, and his dad's the assistant coach for the Islanders.
Against the Leafs last night.
Came out the penalty box.
Something
It was a nice.
McLean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something
it was a nice goal. Backhand just beat Samsonov, and his dad was on the bench.
Sheldon Keefe called it Pee Wee stuff.
He
but
did call it Pee Wee hockey.
Zary has
He's a little
the Zary has the best second best plus minus on the team. Who has the
Uyghur.
best? Nope.
Blake Coleman.
Yeah.
Yay!
I was gonna say who.
That was just a full-on
I was gonna
guess.
say he's the worst.
Huberdeau has the worst.
Yeah,
Wow.
actually.
Yeah, Huberdeau has minus 15.
Kyle
Oh
McLean.
boy, that's my kind of player.
Kyle McLean.
He's only on for the goals
Born-
against.
Exactly.
April 29th, 1999. He's 24.
What?
Kyle McLean.
He scored his
Islander.
first.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
we went on a first goal tangent
Oh.
because his dad was on the his dad coaches the Islanders,
Yeah.
so it was kind of cool.
That was pretty cool.
Oh, I completely.
You
Okay.
see Patrick Wall's quote after too
No.
about Bo Horvat finding. He goes, "You either you're an eagle or you're a duck,"
I just
and
saw
Bo
that.
Horvat was an eagle
I felt like
You're an eagle or you're a duck.
because he got like apex predator kind
Oh,
of thing.
I
You're-
underst- I
yeah, and he goes,
understand.
"You're an eagle or you're a duck."
No, I
and his
get
friend
it.
Jackson, he goes, and Bo Horvat was a eagle.
You're
or
an
something
eagle.
along those
I'm going to use that.
that was a silly play though. I don't think that hit was as hard as people thought it was. It
Yeah.
was barely. He barely touched.
No, it wasn't, but he could have
Barzal.
killed him.
Yeah, I guess
Could've.
so.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Thank God
If-
Matthew Barzal's fast, I
if-
guess,
if-
than he thought.
If
faster than he
Benoit
thought.
was about 6 inches to the left, he would have killed him.
Oh, 100%.
I had just turned the game on and I was like, what is going on?
Are we okay to move on to our next topic today?
All-Star game?
One thing about
Yeah.
Bo Horvat,
Yeah.
I can't forgive him right now because he got me negative 3.2 fantasy points last
Oh,
night. He got
no.
7 penalty minutes.
Oh
And,
my God.
And it was like he was on ice for 13 minutes. He had 7 penalty
Yeah,
minutes.
because fantasy.
13.
I can't remember who I was playing, but I was playing someone, and you remember the game where the Kachuk game where a bunch of people got kicked out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had 2 players get booted. I was negative 10 on the night for both those players. I was like, well, great. That was a fun little fantasy
Anyway,
moment.
Bo Horvat's dead to me. If you want him, you could trade for him.
I'll pass.
Oh God.
I might take you up on that.
I might take you.
You know what a Canucks fan feels like now.
I think they're okay. I think
Also that.
I think they're doing okay right now.
yeah.
I think they're okay.
The Canucks still stand at the top of the league. So
Is Winnipeg still third? Third? now?
Winnipeg. Oh, I'm looking in the division. Winnipeg is now 6th. Edmonton sits 10th, which is crazy.
Are they playing tonight?
Edmonton, yeah, they play Vegas.
They're
So
gonna
this
lose.
is the make or
They're
break. for them.
gonna lose, and I'm so excited to see it happen. But like I said last week, I hope they either lose tonight or they win tonight and
Never lose
again.
Or lose to the Ducks.
No, they're gonna win against the Ducks.
All right, Alex. Enough of our shenanigans. Let's
Yeah.
move on.
Let's
Okay.
move on.
So we are going to move on to the All-Star weekend.
Woohoo!
Do we want to start with the on-ice stuff or the off-ice stuff?
Can we talk about Michael Bublé?
Let's do off-ice stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Bublé and his.
Michael
Okay,
Bublé.
what can we say? And what
Okay, yeah,
can't we
what are
say?
we allowed to mention about Bublé this weekend?
I was more just going to talk about the Bettman presser.
I, feel
'cause
like
I
that's-
didn't watch that.
Me
I
neither.
couldn't find
I
it.
saw it, but
I watched it 3 times.
I didn't want to put.
Was it just about the IHF, the 2018 thing?
No.
That's the I searched it up today, and that's all I could find that he talked about.
No, he let me pull up all my quotes and stuff because I actually went kind
Can
of
we
in depth
can
on
we
this.
just while you look for that, can we explain the whole Michael Bublé incident?
Go ahead.
So Michael Bublé was having the time of his life over the weekend, and after the
Yeah, he
first night after the
was.
draft, he said that his buddy gave him some mushrooms, some magic mushrooms, and that he said he felt, quote, he was in blades of glory.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I love that he was like, yeah, my friend just said it was like a microdose.
Yeah,
It was
so
not a
If you
microdose.
look back and you see him enjoying
like-
himself, he is enjoying
At the
himself.
draft, yeah.
It
I
seemed
gotta
like
go back
him
and
and
rewatch.
Yeah,
the
dude.
it
I
draft.
seemed like him and Will Arnett were the only 2 celebrity captains that were actually having a good time.
Justin Bieber. Well,
No,
no,
Justin
Bieber.
Bieber,
It was
I have-
after the draft. He was having the time. Like, remember that meme where it's like it was Crosby, Bieber, and then McKinnon,
Yeah.
and how everyone's like, "Oh, Bieber's leaning into Crosby to crop out McKinnon."
Yeah, he
Guess,
did.
guess what? Look at
He
his
did.
Instagram. He cropped
Yeah.
out. And I also think Justin Bieber played a little bit of fun on Bublé because when he like showed up in that big mushroom-like jacket, I think there was a little joke intended.
Yeah, definitely.
I
But
don't know. Justin Bieber looked like he
Watch-
was having the time of his
watching the
life.
draft
Yeah.
initially, it was like Bublé was obviously just loving being around the
I think
Hughes.
everyone had
No,
fun.
he was so. Like, that's what I think it was. I'm like, I think he's just excited to be hanging out with
'Cause
like
isn't
Quinn.
isn't
like,
Bublé? He's a Vancouver fan.
yeah,
right?
yeah, he is.
I think he was just having.
At one point, they came back. They're like, "You guys talking about something?" He goes, "Yeah, but not about who we're drafting."
I think Tate McRae had fun. Arnett had fun. Justin Bieber had fun. Eventually, not in the draft. And I think it was just enjoyable for everyone.
Well, that was the first time Justin Bieber had performed in like
a while.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
So-
doesn't,
He
he
was
doesn't have to
enjoying-
anymore.
No, he doesn't, but he did, and he looked super happy doing
He got
it.
rich off the Timmies.
That's true. Tim Biebs.
Bibs.
No, he was so excited, and the way he calls like Mitchie, like for their first, I cry. I cry every time I watch that.
I don't think we could have expected anything else other than Matthews to take his 2 teammates.
Yeah.
first.
I heard a little mic back. It was Matthews who was drafting first, right? McKinnon goes over and goes, "Can you please leave Crosby?"
No,
He
quit.
like legit went up to me and goes, "Can you just leave Crosby, please?"
He was drafted first, so they.
I thought it was Kucherov that was drafted
They
first.
well, yeah, sorry, they Kucherov.
Yeah.
They drafted.
to Matt.
Yeah,
to
that-
Matthews.
that
No,
aged
Kucherov
well.
was on
Kucherov
Hughes.
was
Yeah.
Kucherov was
And
the
then
first.
Matthews picked, but then because there seemed to be a lot of collusion going on,
Oh, yeah.
but
Oh, yeah.
I guess
But,
you
like,
want that.
McKinnon legit was like, Can you not draft Crosby, please?"
But also, I heard Quinn being like, "We have to have the 5 Canucks no matter what."
Yeah.
And then, but then I'm also like, is the Canucks making him pick the Canucks, or does he genuinely
I
want
hope
the
not.
It was
Canucks?
Bublé. Bublé
Yeah.
wanted
I'm
all
assuming
the
it's
yeah.
Canucks.
wanted
I was
the
gonna say
Canucks.
also like for Devils, like Jack Hughes, they ended up picking Bratt. They
Well,
got
yeah,
desperate
because
Bratt, right?
that's the moment Quinn Hughes is like, "We need 5 Canucks no matter what." And Jack just turns around, he's like, "From the New Jersey Devils."
Yeah. Well, there were some players that played on the same team that like Swayman and Pasternak, they didn't play together on the
Yeah.
same All-Star game, but they're in Boston. So
Yeah, but neither of them were captains.
Mhm.
true.
Maybe if Pasternak was the captain, he would have picked.
The
Swayman.
biggest question from the weekend: did Connor McDavid have fun? Why does he never look like he's
I
having
think- no, he
fun?
had-
in
they- I think
anything?
they all
I think he
Do
had
you
fun.
know
Didn't
how,
he
do you know how
design
much
the-
trauma it takes to be as talented as Connor
Yeah,
McDavid?
little
There
bit.
is no personality.
That's
in
why his
that
eyes are
body.
just always like.
Didn't he design the entire All-Star competition?
Who?
Did he?
McDavid.
I
I
think
have
I
no
did
idea.
hear something like that, like he helped with it.
Yeah, so we just rigged
So
it.
no,
that
yeah,
he
no
would
wonder
win.
that he won. What?
Yeah, of
Alex, you got your research?
Yeah, I've had it up.
I know. What was
He's just waiting for us to
He's
shut
looking
up.
up.
He makes eye contact with me. He's just like,
Yeah,
No, I'm just waiting.
My camera
'Cause-
is right in between me and Alex. I cannot see.
Well, no,
you.
Yeah, I got it.
because I unfortunately I was working both days, so I couldn't watch the competition or the games. So
I watched a little bit of the games.
yeah, I couldn't watch any of it, so I have nothing to contribute to this part.
I watched the competition, not the games.
I
didn't
watched
watch
it all.
I didn't watch the
I was working during the games.
Still had some fun.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So,
I legit came back to 172 messages between you guys. I was like, I'm opening the app and I'm closing right
yeah,
away.
200 is like 36, 63
Yeah,
or
I
something.
was just
I'm
like,
are
because
you
I look,
kidding
because I have
me?
it like at the bottom of my phone, and then like with a bunch of different apps.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, maybe it's a combination. I see 176. Open up all WhatsApp. I'm like, yeah, we're opening, we're closing.
Yep.
There was lots to talk about.
Yeah, lots of drama.
Yeah, half of it was an hour ago. I wasn't going back.
Yeah.
It would have taken me
You're
20
like, not
minutes to
worth
go
it.
through
Yeah,
it all.
I'm not reading 240 messages.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. So about the Bettman presser, he mainly talked about the Hot Canada stuff, which I'm gonna kind of leave out for this portion. But I did want to mention one thing kind of surrounding that. So in the NBA, NFL, and MLB, they have policies in place for this kind of thing. I'm going to be very vague because I don't really want to mention any words that I shouldn't.
Yeah.
But there are policies in place for dealing with something like this a lot more directly and a lot more quickly.
Yeah, you saw it, yeah.
And a reporter from the Philadelphia Inquirer, I'm sorry for forgetting your name, asked, is the league looking into setting any policies and how will they implement them? Bettman responded, I think we have policies. There's the Constitution, bylaws, and standard player contracts. Quote, if you do something that violates the law or their contract, we will pursue it, which is basically saying everything's fine. We don't need a policy. Are you kidding?
Yeah, and it's not their situation.
Everything's working fine right now, as you can tell.
I did want to also add, I was talking about this before, that they did, they allowed cap space for the Flames, the Devils, and the Flyers because Fermenton played overseas, so it's like they are not on the team anymore. So they have all those teams are now free of those players, essentially.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty neat. Kind of opens up the door for the Flames to a bit more at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Gary Bettman also talked about expansion as well, specifically citing Utah. He says that both the Utah potential owners and the government are pretty enthused about the idea of getting an NHL team.
Honolulu.
He also mentioned
What?
Houston. What?
I want Honolulu.
They have
to
enough
get a
trouble
team.
with their university football team. You think they can pull an NHL
I
team
think
over
they
there?
could. The Honolulu Humu Humu Numu Numu Apua. Yeah.
Okay, he also mentioned
buy the
Houston.
jersey.
He also mentioned Houston, Atlanta, Cincinnati, Kansas City, and Omaha have all expressed interest.
Omaha.
Omaha is one that caught me off guard a bit.
Omaha's not like the
Omaha, Nebraska.
the state of Omaha, or not the state of Omaha, the city of Omaha
We're
is
Canadians.
less famous than the poker game Omaha.
I think
Everyone knows
it's also
Omaha.
less famous than Peyton Manning's Omaha.
Yeah, I was
Call.
gonna say that's where I got mine.
Yeah.
Omaha.
Like, why would you give it to a town that isn't the most famous town?
I don't know. Where's the most famous town in Nebraska, Phil? Lincoln?
I don't know. It's
Where's
Nebraska could disappear
I
off
know
the
it's in the
face of
States,
the
but
earth,
where's
and it would not
Nebraska?
affect me any.
I know
amount.
like 2 states.
It's near Kansas. It's pretty much like right in the middle.
Oh, okay.
And then Bettman was asked directly
I'm
about.
asking the real question: is where is Nebraska?
And then Bettman was asked directly about Quebec City. I think Pierre LeBrun asked him. I think it was Pierre LeBrun. Asked him, "Do you feel the frustration, or do you understand the frustration coming from Canadian hockey fans that there isn't a team in Quebec City?" Bettman said, "If Quebec City expresses the interest, we'll look into it." Then the reporter, I don't want to incorrectly say it's Pierre LeBrun, so I'm okay, the reporter said, "I think they want a team." And then to quote Bettman, "Lots of places want a team, and of all the places that have expressed an interest in wanting a team, last I checked at least 5 minutes ago, none of them have one yet."
Like, what's that supposed to mean?
So
Like
exactly,
the teams, the cities that want a team don't have a team.
I think he's like
32 cities that wanted a team have a team.
I think he's
Like-
specifying like they
like-
haven't put money on it.
if you remember when Winnipeg got their team back,
I don't.
From like,
okay, he
Phil,
when
that was not even like
when he went into the
15
press
years ago.
conference about
I remember it.
saying Winnipeg getting that team, he pretty much said that arena better be sold out every night.
Yeah.
because he was dragged into that room kicking and screaming. He did not want Winnipeg to get a team again.
And then and now you look at the Arizona Coyotes.
Exactly.
Like what?
So
No, but Winnipeg's also struggling with people going. What was the
that
word?
is- Yeah,
but, like,
attendance.
that's
If
league
you
wide
look-
though.
If you look at the playoffs though, like there's like the Winnipeg Whiteout is a massive deal,
Mhm.
and it's like it's rowdy in there.
That I think that's one of the issues with why you see it like kind of a slow process on the expansion is because, especially with hockey, they're scared about not having enough people to show up. And I mentioned this to you before. Kind of what you need before even that is a stadium.
Yeah,
And that's kind of
yeah.
the issue with a place like Cincinnati. Other than what the university uses, I don't think they have a big enough capacity in like a professional stadium.
And I think
Like they
they're
have the
they're
Cincinnati
also,
Bengals.
They could also be a little worried about. Remember Vegas? They did not expect Vegas to go. Yeah, we're a new team. Yeah, we're going to the Cup Finals.
But if you go to Vegas, you're gonna have tourists.
Yeah,
and
100%.
Yeah,
you're
Vegas
gonna
is
have
the
locals.
easiest
And,
place in the world.
and then
to
Seattle
fill an
was
arena.
made sense because, like you said before the show, Seattle Supersonics.
They
Or not Supersonics.
yeah, the Supersonics. They got
Yeah.
passionate fans and the team history. They want a team back.
And they have multiple like teams in other sports. Like, there's the Seattle Mariners in baseball. There's the
Seattle Seahawks, Mariners, Kraken.
Yeah.
Like they have 3 of the big 4.
You also have Seattle that kind of plays to 2 markets as well, because like it's why the Seattle Seahawks, it's why their football games are the most most attended football games, is because all the Canadian fans go to Seattle.
Because it's right
really
there.
hard.
Yeah.
Just-
And it kind of does that. I mean, obviously Vancouver does have their own team, but
And then I think
You can
another
go
thing
see
you got to
that too.
think of as well is if you're going to a place more southern in the U.S., you kind of need to make sure you are going to get enough hockey fans because lots of southern U.S. is basketball and football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Houston, basketball and football. Atlanta, basketball and football. It would be kind of hard to crack into that, and that's why I think maybe Utah or Quebec City would be the best 2.
yeah,
I would agree.
So
Honolulu.
I feel like
Maybe Phil won't
I'm
agree.
standing pat on Honolulu. I think it'd be so funny.
I don't think a team in Cincinnati would work.
I don't think so either.
No, because they only have the football.
It would
team,
take a couple years to even to get
no,
the
Cincinnati.
stadium put together.
Cincinnati's in Ohio,
Yeah.
Yes.
where Columbus is also.
Exactly.
Yeah.
what I'm
Cincinnati's in
saying.
southern Ohio. Like I think
It's-
I could be wrong. I think it's like almost
Oh,
the
yeah.
southern
It's an
point.
hour and a half away.
Ohio is not a 2 hockey team state.
No.
No, it is not.
It's also hard. Like, I know nothing about the states. I'm like, how
I know Ohio's
provinces
pretty
are
boring.
huge compared to the
There's only
states.
is there only 2 states that have like the equivalent of 2 teams? It'd be like,
No,
there's
there's a lot.
Pennsylvania for Pittsburgh, Philly. There's
Pennsylvania,
New
Florida,
York.
There's
Oh,
many
Florida.
many
No, there's
states
3
where
for New
Yeah,
York.
the state of New York has 3.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say Buffalo,
sorry.
and
That's what I was
California.
saying.
Islanders, yeah. Yeah, I guess.
California.
And then if you look at Canada, you have Ontario and Alberta.
Because if you look per capita or whatever size, like New York is like tiny, and they have
2 teams, yeah.
I
3,
could if
4.
I could
They have
see
4.
Indianapolis
Buffalo
getting a
is in
team.
New
Buffalo,
York.
3.
Indianapolis would be a good
New
place
Jersey
to
is
head
in
because
New
they've got
Jersey.
the Pacers, they've got the
So
Colts, so they've got 2 of
You
the
get an
4
excuse 'cause we're
2 of the
Canadian.
big 4, and then as well it's like they're northern, so Indianapolis kids they play hockey growing up, so there would be a market for a team in Indianapolis.
Maybe I just thought that when I was a
Yup.
kid, and I just
New
went
Jersey
with
is its
it.
own state.
You pretty much also have
There's some geography over here.
you pretty much also have a rivalry kind of baked in with Columbus. If you do decide to expand in Indianapolis, it is worth noting that
Columbus sucks.
the
5-2 Columbus
the Houston
against the Calgary Flames.
the Houston,
January
Atlanta, Cincinnati,
5th,
Kansas City,
25th.
and Omaha
Sorry.
locations were all, as Bettman said, kind of early.
Yeah.
Like all preliminary stuff. Nothing's overly been talked about yet. They're just places that have shown interest.
Utah was the one that showed the most interest. Like,
yeah,
he
so-
lit- the guy
so-
literally said, "Here's my money."
Yeah, so Utah's a step of pretty much a step above everyone else, whereas Houston, Atlanta, Cincinnati, Kansas City, and Omaha have all been. They pretty much all sent an email saying, "Hey, we're open to it."
I wouldn't be mad at a Utah. What would you guys name the team? Salt Lake City. What'd you name the team?
Oh,
Go around
It's
the
God.
circle.
That's
it's
a good
difficult
question.
because
I don't know the area.
Just have fun. No, don't
No.
think about it like that. Just have fun. Chill. Just
see
have
when
fun.
you say Utah, I just think of the university, the Utah Utes, but now I actually
Yeah,
gotta
you,
like
you can't call it that.
Salt Lake City.
The Eclipse.
The
Ah,
Eclipse.
That's not bad.
Interesting.
I saw that name come up when the Edmonton Elks were looking at getting a new name, and I thought, oh, the Eclipse hits. I think I like the Eclipse a bit more because it's unique. But again, I don't know the area all that much.
I'm gonna throw a curveball. I'm gonna say the Salt Lake City Spurgeons.
The Spurgeons.
Like,
The fish.
oh, you mean sturgeon?
Sturgeon.
Yeah, that one.
I was like,
Sturgeon.
just a team of Jared
Lake
Spurgeons.
and Lake and Sturgeon. There we go.
What about the Yeti?
The Salt Lake.
Salt Lake City Yeti.
The Yeti.
Yetis.
The
I think
Yeti.
that would sound better.
Yeah.
I like it.
What are things in Utah? Things
Utah.
in-
Utah.
Other than Mormons.
Well, I was trying to
the
think.
Salt
I
Lake
was-
City
I
Mormons.
was trying to think of a build off of the Utah Jazz,
That's what I was thinking of too.
but
Salt Lake City
Utah
Blues.
Oh.
The St.
That
Louis.
already
Why
Blues.
is there
Jesus.
another? That's weird.
That's where I went to. I thought of music, and then I was like,
The Salt Lake City thrash metal.
the what?
no.
The thrash metal.
I only mentioned that because I got a buddy who plays thrash metal.
What?
So.
Yeah.
What do we think of Atlanta
Divine
possibly
apprehension.
getting another team again?
I don't mind it. I think you have to stay with
Define
the
apprehension.
Thrashers though.
Yes. So we
I
have to
But
stay with the Thrashers.
Again,
but
like
I was-
because there's
oh,
the Atlanta
that's Victor's
Hawks,
friend,
there's the
yeah.
Atlanta Falcons. There's just they don't. I don't-
Braves.
the
Atlanta
Braves,
uses
yeah.
a lot of birds.
Hawks, Falcons, Braves.
The Utah Narrows.
It's not bad.
'Cause
Are you
there's
just
a-
looking up what's you looked
I'm
up
just like
things in
the Utah Tabernacles.
Why are they selling it?
It's a
47
pass.
Oh.
It's to go through.
Oh. Okay.
It's like getting a Banff pass. But that's what I would say. Either the Utah Tabernacles
I like that one.
or the Utah Narrows.
It's not bad.
I think the Yetis is.
I
Because
like
the
the Yetis,
Narrows
yeah.
is like,
I would
this
think-
looks cool, actually.
I would think if you're gonna do the Yetis, I would say just drop the S and call it the Yeti.
That's fair.
It's like gooses and goose.
Or you could have a
Geese.
lot of fun with it and then, like, call it, like, the Zion something. Like, name the team after Zion National Park. That'd be kind of cool.
I
Like
took a
the
left turn.
Zion.
Zion
uh,
Williamson.
No.
Yeah, just name it Zion
D-
Williamson.
the Utah Zion Williamson.
I'm trying to think of other names that start with Z.
Zebras.
Zebras.
I mean,
Zi-
you
the
could-
Zion Zebras.
Why don't you just pick an animal that's like kind of indigenous to Zion Park?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Caribou.
That's why I said the Narrows, because that's like
Ooh,
in
So
Zion National Park.
there's the Cougars, there's the Northern Pacific Rattlesnake, so the Utah Rattlesnakes maybe,
I like
Ooh.
that. I like that a lot. Actually.
or the Utah Pit Vipers.
Yes, it gets sponsored by Pit Viper.
Yeah, I was gonna say
You know?
you just won a
The
sponsorship.
Flying
I
Squirrels.
emailed Pit Viper to sponsor my curling team one year, and
How'd
they
that
were just
go?
like, "We can give you a 35% discount."
Yeah, that's all they do.
Take it.
They don't
I
sponsor.
did.
My little fun fact about that: my dad, the curler he's buddies with, they every time he gets a new job, he comes with the sponsorship.
Oh, cool.
So like you look at the jersey that the curler wears, and it has my dad's work on it,
That's
almost
sick.
like majority of the time.
That's
And
sick.
one more thing before we jump into the break here about the Bettman presser is he talked about the Coyotes arena situation, which has been a story since 2013. I want to say. He said that Alex Morello, I believe the owner of the Coyotes, I believe is his role, is focused on one piece of property, and he said that we'll learn more about it in the next few weeks.
And there was like a big amount of land they just bought, I believe. Yeah.
So yeah, he's focused on one piece of property. We'll hear more in the next few weeks. To quote Gary Bettman about it. Another reporter asked Bettman how kind of certain or how sure Morello is that he's going to get this spot. He said of Morello that he was certain he's going to get this done. And he said he has no reason to kind of not believe him. I have thoughts on that because I understand that Bettman doesn't have a reason to not believe Morello specifically. I feel like it's more the Coyotes have kind of been, their reputation's been taking a bit of a hit
Yeah.
because of the whole like not paying taxes thing and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'll do
So
Tax evasion tends to do that.
I agree that he doesn't have
My
a reason to
reputation
not
would take a hit,
believe
too.
Morello, but at some point here, I feel like I'm not saying that there aren't passionate fans in Arizona because there are, but
A whole 4,000 of them
yeah, at least.
at one time sitting.
Yeah, at one
directly.
time. Maybe standing room it's 4,500.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Ignoring the fact there's going to be away fans.
Because in order to get a spot, you have to have the
good over
government
there?
sign off on it as well.
What was that?
And I feel like they are a little bit nervous to kind of jump in
Yeah.
again. Maybe Alex Morello is the solution. Maybe in a few weeks' time, this will be the worst take I've had.
Maybe move Arizona to Honolulu.
Why is your what's your fascination with Honolulu?
I think it would be fun. I think
Phil,
Hawaii
they have
deserves
less
a team.
fans.
No, because you'll get all of Hawaii.
That'd be so hard.
Do you think
travel-wise.
Hawaii
I was gonna
wants
say-
an NHL team
I was going to
there?
say, like,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think they want everything there. I think
don't-
right now what the people of Hawaii
Why do you think
want
they haven't
is-
even tried to get like any other professional team? And why do you think a hockey team's gonna work in like the most Pacific state possible?
I don't know. I think it'd be fun.
So
I also think he just likes the name Honolulu.
so
Yeah.
the population
Honolulu Hitmen.
in Hawaii
Don't give him ideas.
entirely, the population across Hawaii as a state is 1.442 million as of 2021.
Yeah, so the same as Calgary.
But
Ish.
Calgary's
you-
not
are you okay
multiple
over there?
islands.
That's true. Calgary is not multiple.
I'm
islands.
sorry. Did you say 1.44 million?
I think
1.442
Hawaii
million
is still
as of
recovering.
2021.
They
also,
have 4 islands. Where are all these people?
The islands
And-
are not that small.
And
They're
Honolulu,
surfing.
Honolulu specifically is 345,510.
And that's the biggest city, right?
So
I believe so.
if Phil ever becomes a manager of a team and wants to relocate, don't trust him. Is
He'll
what-
be a
is
manager
what
of
I've
like a
learned.
junior like Hawaii team
Phil-
or something.
Yeah.
Phil will put
I'm
them
gonna
in,
buy
like,
the Hitmen and I'm gonna move them to Honolulu. The Honolulu Hitmen.
Oh,
Bret Hart's
wow.
gonna be all about it.
Okay,
Right.
so according to HawaiiDemographics.com, urban Honolulu is 348,547. The next closest is 49,000.
Kona.
No. East Honolulu is 49. Hilo is 47.
Oh,
Pearl
Hilo,
City is
yeah.
46. Kailua is 40. Yeah.
Okay, maybe Hawaii shouldn't have an NHL team.
What? Sorry, when we were
It's not
talking
just
about
the climate. If Phil just realized.
I
that
think
there's
they
not enough
can,
fans.
but I think they could have an NHL.
Hey, there's also
team
one.
or a
There's also
baseball
one
team.
variable that I think you're leaving out.
What's
There's a
that?
volcano.
they
The-
also are
The
still,
volcano hasn't erupted in like years.
but
Is it
they
an
also
active
are still
volcano?
recovering from the natural disaster that like took place. Was that the summer?
Oh yeah, that's true.
He's on a
So-
breakaway. He shoots. Oh, there's a tsunami.
They're still not. They're not.
When,
doing well.
Merrick, when was the last time a tsunami hit
No, but
Hawaii?
you never know.
Japan gets hit with
Hey,
a
there were
couple
those.
of them.
There
Can
were,
we- can
We're
go
not talking
back-
about Japan.
Can we go
But
back to
just that
Utah
way.
names for 1 second? Because
What?
whenever I think of Utah, I only think that's where High School Musical 2 was filmed. And if
Okay.
you've seen High School Musical 2, it's a very deserty like summer.
Utah
They're in
is
a country
very
club.
The
Very
Utah
good.
River Otters.
I guess rattlesnakes would be good now that I think of it, because it always used to remind me of a place
yeah, but
I used to
Pittsburgh's
go when I
got,
was a
the, got the
kid.
sponsorship just ready.
The
Hit-
You're not
Utah
gonna do
Gila
it.
Monsters.
The what?
The Utah Gila
Gila
Monsters.
Monsters.
Oh.
That sounds like an ECHL name.
That does sound
that
like
does
That
sound
no,
like
I'm
a
imagining there is an AHL team that has like a little sea monster as their. That's what I'm imagining right now. But I'm like, I don't know who it is or anything.
The
but-
Cleveland Monsters? Is it the one that's peering above the water?
Yeah. What's a Gila monster? Is it a little lizardy thing?
It is.
Like, does it have those things, or
Yeah.
am I making that up?
yeah.
The Utah axolotls.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Axel.
That'd be
yeah.
sick.
Dude, I didn't know that was a real animal until
Hey,
this
that'd
summer.
be a cute mascot though.
That would be cute.
And we are back from our little break here.
Hello.
On the back half of this show, we are going to be talking about the Calgary Hitmen, our job to do.
Yeah, we are.
Jesse Puljujarvi signing with the Penguins, the Monahan trade, news with Kuznetsov. But first, I wanted to revert back real quick to something from the first half. First, just quick All-Star competition recap.
Who is this
And-
Kucherov guy?
So I like
Funny.
before you get to that. So fastest skater was McDavid, winning the one-timers competition which I thought was really cool. Nathan McKinnon.
That was fun. I
Uh,
enjoyed the one-timer competition.
The passing competition, Elias Pettersson won. We'll get to Kucherov in 30 seconds here. Hardest shot was Cale Makar with 102.5 miles per hour. The stick handling competition was won by McDavid as well, and the same with accuracy. McDavid going 4-4 in 9.158 seconds, but that's not the story coming out of the All-Star Game competitions. It is Nikita Kucherov, who could not be bothered.
I hate it.
Also,
if you're Gary Bettman,
people are saying he doesn't care. In my head, he just did bad in the first round, and then just was like
in the
So,
game.
like, I don't know.
He was just embracing. Like I remember he missed on the shootout, and he just went.
yeah.
Like he was just having
well,
fun.
because,
Yeah.
don't, that's what I was thinking.
It's-
And then a lot
but-
of people hate him for doing that.
It's
and
the
I'm like,
All-Star game. Nobody's trying that hard.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
enjoy yourself.
Well, the problem is that this is the NHL's number one way to get new fans in.
True.
And if you see in the passing competition, it wasn't the passing, it was in the stick handling competition. Every other person in the competition is getting like 25, 26, 27 seconds around that. And then you see Kucherov pull up a 44-second effort.
Yeah, same
But-
thing. Yeah.
But then I also see Matthew Barzal in the obstacle course or whatever taking forever to get the pucks in the little net. Like, I don't know. I don't
mean,
think he did it on purpose.
Pasternak-
Didn't Barzell also fall? No, someone else. fell
Pasternak
over.
also just missed
PD
like
foul.
point blank.
Like,
on that
I don't
one.
know. And if you're getting booed by the whole arena, like, what is he supposed to do? Have the time of his life?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
No, he's not supposed to have the time of his life. He's supposed to try.
Yeah.
Again, in my head, he just did bad in whatever his first skills
So you
thing
try to
was.
get back.
Yes, yeah. So
No,
you
then
do,
he
guy's
was
a
just like,
high
this is
level
not
athlete.
happening.
yeah. So
Dude makes so much money. It's so hard to watch people who make so much money just like not care for the thing that they get paid to do.
I don't know. In
Yeah,
my
you-
head,
you-
I'm like, he's
you-
just
you get
bad.
paid.
I get it, but like
you get
come
paid.
On, man.
You get paid $10 million. You can put a smile on your face and actually work hard for
You
a
can
weekend.
pretend to enjoy
Yeah.
skating for
Like-
a little bit.
Like,
As the
we're
whole
paying all
arena's
this
booing
money.
you?
Yeah,
We're paying all this money. The least you could do is at least
they
like,
would have if he tried. They weren't booing because he was doing bad.
I think they're just
because he's-
booing because he's on Tampa
No,
Bay.
they were booing because he didn't care.
in my head
They
they
were
were
boo-
just because they
that's why
also
they
kind of
were
booed
booing.
Pasternak. Like, so I think they're just
Well, that was
booing
'cause
because
he's
he's
a
on
Bruin.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
that's 'cause
gonna
he's
say,
a Bruin.
that's a different perspective.
Okay, yeah, Toronto and Tampa. You don't think has anything going on between them?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. they
Yeah.
do.
So in my
But
head,
Toronto beat Tampa.
one time, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
other than that,
I
Tampa's
think
had
I think if
Toronto's
he had
number.
started putting in, if he went back to putting in effort, he would have stopped getting booed.
I just feel bad. I'm also like, if he doesn't want to be there, get him out. Put
Yeah.
Tom Wilson in. He
Put
wants
me
to
in.
be there. No,
Put me in.
Put me in.
I'll do it.
immediately no.
moving.
I think we should scrap the entire All-Star game.
Well, there's not.
Sorry,
gonna be,
Wow.
It's
I
not,
was-
It's not a thing next year.
I think we should take
Yeah.
because 32 players got picked. 32 players happens to be the perfect number to fill a Red Bull Crashed Ice bracket.
He was gonna say a team in Hawaii.
Yeah, I was
32,
also expecting,
perfect for
I was also
Honolulu.
expecting him to say a team in Hawaii.
No,
too.
no.
Honolulu.
I'm past the Honolulu thing.
No,
Now,
you're not. No, you're not. Let's be honest here.
instead of a skills competition, you take all 32 players that were picked, and they do a Red Bull Crashed Ice race.
Sorry, I was also just
So
gonna say on the
7 of them
Kucherov
leave that
thing.
event with season-ending injuries.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not
And
going
they
to
are
do
be-
that.
and,
No, they
and they are
won't.
your
They're not
best.
gonna do that.
They are the
No,
best
they
of the best in the
won't.
NHL.
Yeah.
No, but
May-
you're not going
you
to
could
risk
take,
They
like,
will
the-
not. I think they'd be able to be fine.
No, but what's
Sure.
a more controlled environment? An ice hockey rink or crashed ice?
What's more fun to watch?
That's not the question.
That's
Phil is in a
I don't
Delulu
care.
phase right now. I
I don't care.
No, but Bettman does. All the owners do.
Okay, wait. Can I just say something about the Kucherov thing one more
Yeah,
time?
I've been
go
way
ahead.
more
Apparently,
excited to watch.
Elliot Friedman on the Saturday was like, "There's a rumor going around that this is going to affect his way of getting the Hart Trophy."
That's such horse.
and he's
Yeah,
he's
that's
like,
not
it shouldn't. But I'm like, who is saying that? That's crazy. In my head, what happens at All Star Weekend stays at All Star Weekend. But
It's like Vegas.
yeah, exactly. They should have the All Star Weekend in Vegas. Oh, and also apparently they like broke records with how many people watched this weekend, which
Fair.
I thought.
But like they
pretty
did the obstacle course, and I was like, "Where's the jumps?
Where's the
excitement? Like, do something."
Where's the jumps and potential breaking your kneecaps?
You're telling me these guys can't take a little bit of air?
Fastest
These
skater.
guys
the
are the
issue with
best
putting-
skaters in the world.
Phil,
You're
the-
telling me they can't take a little bit of air?
Are you telling me if Austin Matthews is skating next to Nikita Kucherov, he's not going to give him a little shove over a little bench?
Yeah.
They wouldn't, because they're going 60K.
And
But
can't hit each
you are
other
still
still,
not
okay?
proving me wrong here.
You're still not proving me.
I think it'd be fun.
It's a less controlled environment.
Well, maybe.
There's-
What if they didn't do it like at 4 at a time? What
I
if
do
they
have
just
some-
did it one at a
I
time?
have some
Well, then
slight
that's
breaking
not,
news.
like, fun.
Some bending news.
What's that?
The 2025 Winter Classic has been
I
revealed.
know. I just saw that.
Chicago and the St. Louis
Of
Blues.
course, it's Chicago.
Yeah.
And the Blues.
Bedard.
I'm so tired. I'm
Boo.
so tired of Chicago getting outdoor games.
Move
Knock
Chicago
it off.
to Atlanta.
I'm so
Move
tired.
Chicago to Honolulu.
Holy.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Bedard.
god.
Phone
Told
call.
you he was
Bedard
not
playing
time.
for the
I knew it.
Honolulu.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hate that so
Would you
much.
hate Honolulu if they had Bedard?
No, I would be a fan.
Would you?
I would get a Bedard Honolulu.
Why is Chicago there again?
It's
Why?
At
Why do you,
Wrigley
Alex?
Field.
Why do you think Chicago's there?
That's
again?
so stupid. How many outdoor games have they been in?
Who?
Chicago.
What do you mean who?
I think Pittsburgh's been in more.
Yeah, that's what I
No
was gonna say.
way.
Pittsburgh's been in a lot. We had the Stadium Series in 2019. There was the one last year. That's 2.
Okay.
2008, 2011. That's 4.
Okay.
Chicago. I don't know how many they have, but Pittsburgh's been. I would think Pittsburgh has the most.
Wasn't Chicago against Pittsburgh for one of them?
Yes, that was 5.
Chicago and Pittsburgh are tied for the most appearances
Yeah.
at 6.
I hate
Oh.
God. Is that including the one that was just announced?
No.
So
that'd be
7.
7. They'd be so they're ahead of Pittsburgh now.
And 18 teams have played in more than one.
I hate this. I hate that so much.
Loser of this Winter Classic has to move to Honolulu.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be like a?
They're
That's
both
more of a like. That's more like a prize rather than a
that's what I was
punishment.
It's less of a prize because every morning you wake up and you fear that a volcano has just erupted.
True,
It's-
but you also have the other side. You wake up in Honolulu.
When
Why?
was the last time the volcano went off in Hawaii?
When's the next time it's going to go off? You don't know.
Speaking-
A
The
long
volcano?
time from
Knowing
now.
how this show works, the volcano is now going to go off within the next week.
Hawaii
Speaking
volcano.
of special hockey games, we also got to touch on that the NHL is going back to the Olympics
Yes, that is so cool.
in 2026 and 2030.
Okay, it erupted in 2022. Okay, I'm wrong.
And the Honolulu team has been put to bed.
Did you just look up the
Anyway,
volcano
Alex,
in
you were
Hawaii?
mentioning something about the Olympics.
Yeah, just that the NHL is going back to it finally
For the next 2
for
Olympics.
the first time since 2014 in Sochi.
Oh, what a great year that was.
Matt Duchene was on that team.
He was.
I watched that game, the gold medal one. Taze, Crosby, Kunin. So
I
those
was
are
in a
the 3
bar.
goals.
Wait, can I say one thing?
I was in
literally,
my-
this is a secret.
2014.
In high school, my Facebook name was Casey Crosby Taves Freeman. Sorry, I just like people still
Taves
call me that to
Freeman.
this day. Sorry,
I
that's,
think
like,
in
a time in my life
2014 I
forget.
was in grade 7.
Yeah.
No?
No.
It was like
I was.
10 years ago.
Might have been grade 8.
I think I was
I was
grade
in grade 9.
What? You were?
Mm.
There's no way you've been grade 8.
I'm
If he
just-
was in grade 9, I think I was in grade.
No,
I
5.
graduated
I might have
in
been grade
27.
I think
5.
I think I was grade 5.
I might have been grade 5.
You gotta think about it. I was in grade 4 in 2014.
I was 20.
So we'd be grade 4. Grade
I would
5.
be grade 5. You would have been grade 4. And Alex was in a bar.
Nice.
It was fun. They opened up to families, or just because it was
Yeah,
Team
he didn't
Canada.
specify he was drinking at the bar. He could have been having Coca-Cola.
I was actually.
I remember we had
I
it
take it
on
back.
in the school gym.
No, I was actually drinking Coca-Cola.
Oh, look at me.
We had it on in the school gym.
I watched it. We had it on the school sometimes, but then the gold medal game, I woke up early and watched it.
I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you where I was for 2014, but I know where I was for 2010. You
I
guys
was
were
in
just
Vancouver.
babies.
2010. I think I was in Vancouver as well.
This is you and your mom's arms.
Not me.
I was.
Yeah,
I was.
I was in Vancouver.
I was 6.
Where
Until
was
the-
Yeah, in your mom's
2010 I
arms.
was
okay.
Actually,
I
I went to
don't
go
remember.
see.
I was in Grand Prairie still.
One
You were
of
in
the-
Vancouver?
Yeah, I
Oh
went
my
to go
God.
see one of the women's games. It was one of the prelim games. It was Canada versus Slovakia or something. We beat them like 26-0.
Yep.
That
It
would've
was
been
awesome.
cool.
And then I went to go see the men's moguls, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is it.
Because we won that.
Uh,
Yeah, it was Canada's like
Nice.
first
Oh
gold
yeah, yeah.
medal
'Cause
on
the
home
Olympics.
soil.
Yeah, it's been a bunch of different.
moving ahead, we also want to talk about some Flames later that we forgot to mention. In the front half, Lanny McDonald suffered a cardiac event, but he is in stable condition.
Nice.
And,
That's good.
and I was listening to something today in classic Lanny fashion. He goes, make sure everyone cheers for the Chiefs, and I'll definitely be able to make sure that everyone here stays as a Flames fan.
What?
Well, because I think he
Is
was
he a
flying.
Chiefs fan?
No, he was flying back from the All-Star game, and then
Yeah.
had his event, and then he posted on his Instagram something along the line. Why do you look traumatized?
Why did he say cheer for the Chiefs? I don't
don't-
like this guy now.
Well, anyways,
Is Lanny McDonald a Chiefs fan? Because that kind
no
of
idea.
disappoints
But
me.
I think that's not the point. But he's like,
No, not at
it's
all.
basically saying he's okay because he's like, I'll still do my due diligence in making everyone a Flames fan.
Per an article on
What does that
NHL
do with the Chiefs?
from Nick Kostanika,
You just look traumatized.
the Hockey Hall of Fame forward said he was returning from the 2024 NHL All-Star Weekend in Toronto when two nurses jumped into action while passing by to catch their own flights.
Good on them.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
Yeah,
lucky,
I
eh?
feel like we should be talking about that more than.
They didn't. They
Yeah,
never.
yeah.
Lanny.
nurses.
He said
Nurses are
he
dope.
didn't get the names, but
No.
he's gonna do his best.
Yeah, he just said, quote, I owe them my life.
Aw.
Which
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Did you
The-
get them free tickets?
Lanny thanked the nurses, Calgary first responders, and WestJet.
Shout out WestJet.
WestJet?
No.
No.
That's what I fly on.
Ooh.
That's because we only have two options.
That
Yeah.
and Air
It is
Canada.
just the two.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that, let's move on to a new topic. The Calgary Hitmen.
Oh, sick.
Phil
Hitman's
Simmons
corner.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
sounds good,
3 games since the last time we came out. The last game we talked about was the Regina Calgary game, which was our Paw Patrol game. Now we had 3 games since then. We played 3 games in 3 days. We played
Whoa.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday in
Whoa.
3 different cities. We played in Edmonton on Friday, in Lethbridge on Saturday, and in Calgary on Sunday,
Oh, it's-
which is brutal. But
It's not the worst thing I've ever heard of though.
we're
for 3
good
days.
because Edmonton sucks. So
I
we
kind of like how it goes from overtime against Edmonton on the second to beating
to
them
just killing
8-1.
them. Yeah. Yeah. So first game we played went to overtime against the Oil Kings. We actually allowed it was terrifying. It was like we were up 4-0 and then all of a sudden it was tied.
Whoa.
And I was like, this isn't great. And then we scored in overtime, so that was nice. Carter Yakimchuk with the game winner there. And then we went and played Lethbridge. And this one was a pretty fun game not a pretty fun game. We lost 6-0. But it was a pretty fun game because this is the first game we played against our former assistant captain. And within 1 minute of the third period, someone got a hat trick, Alex. Guess who it was?
Someone got a hat trick.
Yep. In the Lethbridge Hurricanes versus Calgary Hitmen game.
Oh, I remember this. Wasn't it Sean?
It was Sean. Sean got a hat trick.
Wow, that was close.
That was real close.
Whoa,
Sean got a freaking hat
hey,
trick.
I gotta edit that.
against his
Hey.
old
It's
team.
a bit too close for comfort. I'm gonna edit that.
Hey, I caught it.
I'm gonna edit it.
I heard
caught it.
We
I
need to
heard
get
a clear
We need to get a
F
swear
you.
jar.
I caught it.
I think Phil owes everyone $1.
No, I can't afford that.
Everyone.
But Sean got a hat trick against his
Specifically
former
everyone.
team, and then 3 other people scored 3 more goals. Sean obviously got the first star of the night there. That was unfortunate because that was a 4-point game for us. I'm not sure where we're sitting in the standings right now. But then we kind of brushed off the dirt. We played Edmonton the next day
And
at
walked
home
them.
and spanked them.
Walked them.
8-1 win. First career hat trick for Carson Wetch, which is pretty cool because he's available in the draft. I think. Yes, he is. And then Carter Yakimchuk also there with 2 goals. Ben Kindle 4 assists on the night. So that's pretty sweet. Looking at the standings here, things are looking all right. I believe. I think we're looking still maybe in a playoff position. Yeah, we're still sitting in that last playoff position. We are 1 point ahead of the Prince Albert Raiders with 3 games in hand. Lethbridge Hurricanes are now ahead of us, as are the Wheat Kings. Yeah.
If I can mention something from, I believe it was the Hitmen and Oil Kings game. They were wearing special jerseys.
Yes, we had the what was it called? The Real Canadian Superstore Design Your Own Jersey competition, and
They
the
look
winners'
great.
jerseys were worn on Sunday. They were really, really cool.
They're being auctioned off until 8 p.m. at Mountain Time tonight.
Yes, they are.
There are a couple jerseys that don't have bids on them, and I'm very much thinking about bidding on one of them.
Do it.
The
You bid on
biggest,
one,
I
Phil.
dare you.
the biggest earner so far.
Yakimchuk.
No,
Really?
really.
Oh.
The biggest earner so far, if I can, it is $330 for Connor Bear.
Connor Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Rar.
He hasn't even played a game.
Reese Hamilton is sitting at 280. Connor Dale's at 260. Yakimchuk is sitting at 250. Everyone else is either 250 or lower.
Has Connor Bear even played a game? Yes, Connor Bear has played 2 games.
I might jump in on the Brandon Gorzinski jersey.
Gorzinski's good. That's
Currently sitting at $0. I might have to.
Yeah. That's I would no
Starting
way.
bid is 0.
The start bid is 200.
Well, yeah, you have to start at 200.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
That is crazy that Connor Bear has because he has 2 games
points.
played, 0 goals and 0 assists,
That's an absolute
2
stud.
penalty minutes, and 2
Cute.
shots
Is
on
he
goal.
cute?
I don't know. He doesn't even have a photo.
Perfect.
But that's
He's also
fun.
a minor, but
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
It's the minor hockey league.
Sorry, can I say something funny about the WHL? I went to see the Red Deer Rebels play the Brandon Wheat Kings
Boo.
last year.
sure.
I hate the Red Deer
I
Rebels.
don't like how you led from minor to.
Yeah.
Let me talk about
I'm
the
there,
NHL.
and I'm there, and I'm looking at these, and I'm like, I'm in the 4th row, and I'm like, I'm really close. So on my I get on my phone are you over 18? Up on my phone,
Oh
right?
my.
I hold it up. The
God.
goalie sees it. He nods his head, and then I look up. I'm like, dude, you just turned 18 last month. He's like, yeah, I'm over.
He's over 18.
I'm like, no, that doesn't work that way. We need more over 18. But it was just so funny because he just I hold it up. He just nods, and everyone behind me laughs because they
The
see
goal,
it.
the goalie responding to it's kind of funny because usually they keep that all blocked out because
Yeah.
But no, that was the
that's
funny
actually
part.
quite funny. Yeah.
That's good.
Calgary's
on a 3-game homestand here.
It's a terrible lead off.
Or, continuing a 4-game. We got 3 more
Talking
left.
about minors.
Playing Regina, Medhat, Moose Jaw. Regina games tomorrow, and then that's about it.
That's all from Hitmen
I
Corner?
think that's all I got. Unless anyone's got any questions.
From one corner, we go to another one. From Hitmen Corner, we go to Penguin Corner.
Ah,
Penguin Corner.
boo.
I actually have a lot
I
to
like
say.
penguins.
I was about to make a penguin noise, but I don't know what noise penguins make.
They kind of
Have you ever seen
squawk
Surf's
or
Up?
scream or something.
Have you
Cody's
seen?
mean,
Have
bro.
you seen?
Let me be
It's like
me.
a popular video. It's a group of penguins walking. It's like a herd of
Oh,
penguins or
that's-
whatever.
and it
One
push-
slips and then they all make a siren sound. They're like, "Meow."
Okay.
That's
Phil,
apparent. That's
Phil,
apparently.
That's enough.
That's a penguin.
That's apparently a.
Did you just say that's enough?
So
I don't know if the mic picked that
there's
up,
two,
but that's what
I
the
have
penguin
two
did.
different
pick it up.
news regarding Pittsburgh. There's Jesse Puljujarvi signed.
Yeah.
2 years, $800,000. I don't hate it. It's cheap. It's practically a rookie. He's 25 years old. Yes, he's had a ton of surgeries, which sucks. But he's 25 years old, and he's making basically minimum in the NHL. So I'm not mad.
Where was he? Carolina?
Yeah,
Was he
yeah,
playing?
Not much.
No.
But
He was on a PTO with the Penguins before.
yeah, he did really good with the baby pens. So I don't mind it.
Oh, he was there?
Yeah, he was
Yep.
he's played a few games, so
Oh.
I think he'll
That's
be
good.
he could play tonight. I'm not sure if he will be the third line with Lars Eller and Rickard Rakell, and then just some talk about Jake Gensel. It's his 500th career game tonight, which is insane because he's a 3rd round pick off 2013. And also I remember we talked about it a few weeks ago, the trade rumors. He talked to the media yesterday, and obviously the media doesn't want to bombard him with those types of questions, but Gensel said there was no contract actually offered to him. So the alleged 6 years at $8.5 million was non-existent, and there have been some talks with Dubas, not like a whole lot. Gensel says there's been no talks from my end, so just basic. Just here and there, essentially, and all he said was, "quote I'm trying to play hockey, and that's all I'm worried about." He loves the city, and yeah, as a Penguins fan, I'm really happy to hear that because I don't have to be worried about losing him because he wants to stay and he didn't decline an offer. So
Jesse Puljujarvi drafted 4th overall in the 2016 draft, same draft as Austin Matthews, Patrick Laine, and Pierre-Luc Dubois. Also, other notable draft picks from that same round. Flames drafted Matthew Tkachuk, 1 spot ahead of Clayton Keller. Montreal picked up Mikhail Sergachev. Hitmen alumni Jake Bean went to Carolina.
Jake Bean.
Charlie
When,
McAvoy went to
My
Boston.
mom taught Jake B in grade 6.
Really?
Jacob Chicken was in that draft class. I didn't know that.
Yeah, my mom's a big fan of Jake Bean, which she tutored him as well, like, because of his busy hockey career. So she would just give him like some more homework and stuff. So she was helping him out.
That's pretty neat.
Cool.
And then the other notable player from the first round in the 2016 draft is Tage Thompson being drafted by St. Louis.
Wait.
Also Trent Frederick, if you want to count that too. Yeah,
Neat.
Wow.
I didn't know that Jacob Chicken was that young.
Neither did I.
I feel like he's been in the NHL way longer than that. But Alex DeBrincat picked him in the second round. This is a pretty stacked draft. Oh.
Oh, what?
Now then, I just stumbled on something that I would rather I had not have stumbled upon.
What was it?
This is a radio show, Alex. We can't see.
Also part of that draft was Dylan Dubé and Carter Hart.
Oh.
Who?
Also Flames legend Tyler Parsons.
Yeah.
Remember Tyler Parsons? I remember Tyler Parsons.
I don't remember Tyler Parsons.
Exactly. You shouldn't.
Okay.
He
Well,
w-
why do you then?
Well, because he pretty much his story was basically that he got drafted. He was this really highly touted goalie prospect. Gee, wherever I heard that one before, who never got NHL time.
Yeah. Classic.
Dustin Wolf.
I'm looking at the standings here, and
He
I
was
love
just
that
the-
they have the streak on like the far right column
Mhm.
because it's like win 1, L1, win 16, OT 1. It's like okay.
But you guys can't guess that team.
the one
sounds
team
like
on
Sharks.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
No,
San
you
Jose
actually. It's
Sharks.
actually the Blackhawks.
I think it's funny that wasn't it last week you were wearing a San Jose Sharks jersey?
Yep.
Alex, and now you're wearing a Vegas jersey. You've done a whole flip flop
Yeah,
from the bottom to the top.
that's what I would do.
Pause.
Edmonton's gonna win.
Sticking with the Hurricanes for half a second here. So February is Black History Month, as a lot of people know, and the Hurricanes had a kind of Black History jersey.
Nice.
Did it look good? I actually have no idea.
I will send the link in the group chat if you guys want to pull it up.
The Canucks are having
Is
one.
that what that? That looks kind of. What?
I don't know either.
What is that?
It's a good looking jersey.
It looks like a rose. Yeah, it looks like a rose.
Looks like a rose.
It is a rose.
Oh yes,
It is a
I
rose.
did see it. I did see it. No,
Ah.
I think they look good. I don't know.
I think they're cool.
Yeah, look at their alternate jerseys. The Carolina's alternate jerseys have like a rose flower.
Oh, they've got
type
like the
thing.
thorns on the numbers and stuff. That's kind of
That is
cool.
actually kind of cool.
Those are kind of cool. I like those.
Yeah, the Canucks also have a Black Excellence jersey, and it's like their skate jersey, just with different colors in it. But it looks pretty nice.
I don't know. I think they're cool.
I'm trying to see the meaning behind the rose, unless I'm.
The Rose That Grew from Concrete. A poem by Tupac Shakur. Yeah.
Interesting.
A rose from concrete can create symbolism for not letting somebody deter you from blossoming or being successful, even if it's an environment where it doesn't seem possible. Per an article by Dan O'Leary on NHL.com. Good looking jersey. I'm not a huge fan of how they made the rose look. I get that it looks kind of like the Hurricanes logo with the kind of color shading with the white and the
it
red.
looks like the top of a hurricane.
Yeah,
It does. I don't know. I think it's cool.
yeah. I like the
like the
thorns on
effort.
numbers. It kind of ties it all together.
The thorns on numbers are sick.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that because I'm a Jersey guy. So if I don't, I get whipped.
You gonna get one?
No.
Nah.
I'd only be paying USD for that, and no.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
dude, this jersey I'm wearing right now, I bought it in Seattle.
Ooh.
I really hope my dad's not listening to this right now. $350 Canadian.
What?
Wow.
Insane. So dumb of me. Really dumb
That
of
is
me. But like,
ridiculous.
That's
I'm gonna-
basically a mortgage.
I'm gonna subtitle that, by the way.
I'm going to sub.
Did you
We're
say it's basically
we're gonna
a
make sure that
mortgage?
I know it's not. But
we're gonna make sure
maybe
that
in,
gets on the
Nova
TikTok.
Yeah, we are.
Scotia. I don't know.
No.
But-
We're gonna
No,
make sure that
we're
gets on the
just-
TikTok.
I don't know. I think if maybe that's why Arizona struggles to get fans or hockey struggles to get fans because it's so
It is
expensive.
so- but also, I look at like even because I
I
know
go golf in Arizona.
NFL
That's nice.
jerseys are expensive. Like like CFL jerseys are more expensive than
Like
than
that's
what you
crazy.
can get for an NHL jersey.
They can't be
but-
that much to me.
I paid $30 for this one. It was on clearance.
Wow.
I just shipped it off to get a name on it.
That was
in my ear.
That was in my ears.
Do it again.
That was so weird.
Why? Settle down over there.
With about 10 minutes left, I think I have two other topics I wanted to cover. First, Evgeny Kuznetsov entering the player assistance program. So I'm going to mention something that I haven't mentioned on air before. So everyone watching hopefully remembers Landon Brown.
Yes.
Kind of still active in the Coast to Coast chat. He messaged me a little bit ago saying, hey, if you want me to kind of do a deep dive onto something, let me know. He's pretty much our distant like Coast to Coast correspondent, I guess. Our little researcher, Landon Brown.
We're big time now.
We are. So I'm gonna get Landon to kind of do a deep dive on the player assistance program.
I like it.
Because there was, again, we've cited it on the show before, where there was this player, I believe I know his name, but I don't want to say it.
There's a big gray area when it comes to the Players Association.
Yeah. So I would love to know a bit more about that. I know Landon can't get too deep because he can only find out what the public knows. But
Hey, we don't know what Landon has.
yeah, exactly.
He's a researcher.
Yeah. So I can't imagine Landon listening right now. He sent a chat in the he sent a text in the chat about how the Hurricane jersey looks. So I can't imagine he's listening. So I'll probably text him about it after. But just something to kind of mention that I was kind of thinking about. Obviously, all the best goes out to Evgeny Kuznetsov for entering that player program. He's had a bit of troubles with kind of drugs in the past. So hopefully he gets that rectified.
I witnessed him score a hat trick one time.
Yeah.
Nice.
And a Jake Gensel hat trick also. Also had the chance to meet Kuznetsov, but I didn't. I chose Tom Wilson and TJ Oshie instead.
Fair.
I can respect one of those players. Tom Wilson. No, the other one.
So I've worn my Capitals jersey before, the W one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get Wilson on the back of that.
I'm not surprised.
Well, yeah, you gotta if it's the W one, you gotta get someone with the last name that starts with W.
Right.
Letters.
It's just the rules. Yeah.
Two other things I want to touch on. We've about
I gotta
about,
get a Pugliarvi jersey then.
about 10 minutes
Pittsburgh
left.
Penguins Pugliarvi.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
No.
Or a Pushinin.
I might get a Dallas Stars of Evgeny Malkin jersey.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
So
I dare you. I find
I
that
feel like
so
a retro
funny.
one. Though.
so something came up, or I saw a picture of something a couple days ago, and I completely forgotten that this player has been moved to the Jets. Does anyone remember a player being moved to the Jets recently?
Yeah, Sean Monahan. Not
Yep.
Sean Monahan. Yes, Sean Monahan.
Sean Monahan.
I was like, what?
I know so many people named Monahan. Like,
Really?
yeah, I always mix them up. So
Yeah.
Sean Monahan.
So Sean Monahan is on the Jets now. I
Which is
completely
cool.
forgotten about that.
I don't know what was the contract there.
Oh, jeez. Trying to see if this
Making-
article mentions it.
Because he was kind of doing pretty
He was
good
doing
in
well.
Yeah, he was
Montreal,
doing pretty
He
well.
was doing good. and
which
then
makes
we
me
got
like
rid of
happy
him.
but also sad because like he was one of those guys that in Calgary was gonna be like the guy, and then he just couldn't get it going.
That's sadly
he
the
had
he,
rumor
yeah,
is he
he
spent
was,
a lot of
He had
time
35
at
points in
Cowboys.
49 games.
he was
Really?
plagued with injuries.
I wish I lived.
He
here
played really good in
then.
Montreal too.
He
We
was doing
just-
really well.
Yeah, sorry. I'm looking for something else. I'm really lost.
What are
He's
you
good.
looking for?
He's a great fantasy player.
What are you looking for?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So Daily Faceoff, I'm gonna go back to them again. Has him on the second line center position, in between Cole Perfetti and Nick Ehlers.
Yeah,
That's a lot of confidence.
yeah. I think that's why they took him. Like,
Yeah.
where's for that slot?
I thought you would, but again, like I thought you would have kind of eased him in a bit more.
Like, yeah.
I thought you would put Adam Lowry on the second line, then Monahan in the third between Niederreiter and Appleton. But I guess that's why. Jets head coach.
Rick Bonus.
Still?
Yep.
That's why
That
Rick
was
Bonus.
Well,
is,
he left and then he.
You just
that's
pulled
why
that
Rick
out.
Bonus is on the
Like,
bench.
boom!
where he
No,
is, and
because
I am where
Dallas
I am.
hates him. So.
Yeah. I guess that's why he's getting paid more than I am, is because he probably has a better feeling about this.
You're getting paid?
No,
You're kidding.
I'm only getting paid by Mount Royal.
What?
What?
You're still
I'm-
getting paid?
I work for the.
He does game day rover stuff.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
a game.
right.
I'm a game. Yeah, I mentioned that before.
Yeah, I spoke to our technical boss about that. I was like, "Oh, get Alex on the broadcast." He's like, "We were supposed to, but I felt so bad I had to move him off one game."
Who, Kyle?
No, oh, Aaron.
Yeah, I was supposed to do a women's game against the Dinos after the Crowchild Classic, but then I was moved to nope. I was moved to stats.
Get Alex on the broadcast. We
I
want
was
it.
yeah, it's supposed to be color. That would have been so cool. But yeah, I also worked the camera for the University of Saskatchewan Huskies against the men's team this past weekend. Yeah, so I'm loving this job so far.
I got to dress up, and Phil got to see me in a shirt and tie.
Yeah, it was nice.
Did you also work for the?
I do work for the school as well.
What do you do?
I do the broadcast for the indoor sports like basketball and volleyball.
Ah, that's cool. Neat. All right, I didn't know that.
The more you
know. We do have about 5 minutes. Let's call it 4 minutes, just because I also have to change over from show log to the OMT stuff. So real quick here. The Sabres are dealing with a couple injuries as well. Jack Quinn notably is out for 6 to 8 weeks after he had surgery on a lower body injury, and Matthias Samuelson's out for the season because of an upper body injury. And if I were to pull up my standings, I would see that the Buffalo Sabres are not doing that well.
What a shocker.
Wild card. They are 7th in the wild card race. They are, oh, wow, they are not making the playoffs, are they?
Who's this?
Buffalo.
Oh yeah, no.
They're 10 points.
I don't even have to pull it up. I just
They are
assumed.
they are 10 points back. So I've been debating this. At the start of the season, when this show was just 3 people, we did preseason predictions
Yeah.
as to where everyone would finish.
How am I looking?
Not great. Neither am I. But what I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking about kind of figuring out the average place differential for both of us, and seeing like who predicted better. But the only bummer is that segment's pretty much only going to be for Phil and I, so I might not.
Yeah. Fair
You know?
When the playoffs roll around, we should do like a bracket. See how good we do.
Oh,
in
we're
that.
absolutely
yeah,
going to.
absolutely.
We're absolutely
We'll
going
slap
to.
them up in the background here.
Yeah,
Just-
we're gonna.
I
leave
like
it up
that.
here,
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
well,
everyone to see.
are we gonna do like an online bracket challenge where it's just the 5 of us?
Sure.
yeah,
Sure.
we can do that.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Anything that makes us have a little bit more fun here.
At school, so we're not sad all the time.
We chose to do this. I'm having fun.
We chose to be here. This is fun.
I chose to be here. I didn't choose to do this at 8 in the
a.m.
morning.
Yeah.
Well, tough.
Notice how many more close calls I've had with dropping swears since we changed to 8 in the morning, Alex.
You had
This is
one
your
today.
fault.
One today.
One today. I know I had one last.
We gotta.
I think I heard a
last
clear
week.
FUC today.
Whoa.
It was.
No.
I would have to go back to the tape. It was really close.
I'll admit it was really
Hey,
close.
we caught you in 1080p.
We got
But
you
it's
on
8
not only 1, 2 cameras.
I am
in
so
1080p.
sleepy.
60i.
No, we'll probably move to a different. we'll probably move to a different time slot. Probably
Just one that fits all of our schedules.
after. Oh, Casey, you're going home, aren't you?
When?
Like
When
April.
it's over? Yeah.
Like
of
after the
course.
season.
You think I
Oh,
want to
yeah,
be here for more than I need to?
Yeah.
I
Okay, then we
will be
might have
back
to
in
move-
Nova Scotia at the end of April as well until September.
Aww.
Wait, you think it's fun here? Like, I
I
don't know.
love
Like,
this.
I'm not gonna
School,
pay
but-
rent for 5 months. I'm gonna go home.
That's fair.
Just call in.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
sleep
well,
in
call
Marek's
in.
basement. That's what I'll do.
Then-
Hey, I just got my basement
let's
finished.
keep
to
it
be
at
fair,
8
so
a.m.
it's
and
actually
then
pretty nice.
Brandon just
I
has
could
to
call
phone,
into
like,
the show and I
like,
can join
that be at, like,
virtually.
Yeah, that might need
6
more.
a.m.?
That might need more research then, because I was thinking we just move time slots after finals, but
Yeah.
then I remembered that we're losing 2 people.
I will call into the show.
Temporarily.
Where are you from, Braden?
I am from Nova Scotia,
Where in Nova Scotia?
Cape Breton Island.
Oh, cool.
I went there one time. We were curling there. We curled in Acadia, actually. Is that a place?
Yeah.
At the
There's
university
Acadia
or
a
in
place?
Acadia?
In Acadia, I think.
That is a place.
I think
Yeah,
Halifax should get a team.
I've been thinking about Halifax getting a team for a while.
The
The-
Halifax Honolulu's.
Stop.
Bill.
I think on that note, you got to just end it. at
Yeah,
that point.
I'm gonna.
We already have
Yeah.
the Mooseheads.
That's pretty much it for this week. Happy New Year's, Alex Berko with Casey Freeman,
Bye.
Marek Robinson,
Hello, bye-bye.
Phil Tremblay,
Honolulu.
and Braden Redshaw.
I might murder Phil.
Have a great week, guys. See you next week.